So I thought I'd show you this native field maple, Maple Acer campestre. And this was made, I would say, when I came to the nursery in 1986, and it was just a stump, and look at it. It's as thick as some of my trident maples, made from native material. So if you say that, you know, these can be made in a jiffy, no, it's taken me, what, 38 years to achieve this state. And look at that base. Look at the slugs there. Don't need them. I love field maple because very vigorous trees. And I will show you how it's being developed. Let's cut all these long shoots off, because these long shoots, again, I leave to strengthen the branches and to strengthen the tree. And once they've done their job, I cut them off. But I don't cut them off prematurely. So with just a bit of trimming, you will get back to the original design that I intended. So, as I say, there's method in our madness. So these long branches are being grown to make the tree strong and healthy. And at the end of the summer, we cut them back. So this is the pad. Many people think we are mad. Why grow all this and then cut it off? But there is a purpose for everything we do. So unless you have strong growth, you don't have the choice of, you know, keeping what branch, this branch or that branch. So this is a pad. In fact, this branch may not even be needed in the eventual design. All a few months growth. And even the roots on the ground have suckered and they're popping up everywhere. And it's in a great big mica pot. But I will explain to you the purpose of this design, because it's not as simple as you think it is. Let's go to the back and have a look. If you come this side, look at these long shoots. You must be wondering what all these long shoots are doing. So again, we cut them back. And this is all in about 3 months. So vigorous is this species. Ever so vigorous. I prefer to do pruning in the summer, because if you prune it in the summer, you can still get more growth if you want to. And in the meantime, the tree has become strong. Look at it, 4 or 5 foot long. Look at all that. Look at all that. Reaching towards the sky. I've got to be careful of those branches because there may be a purpose for leaving it. We shall see in a minute. I think the front of the tree is somewhere here. From here. These are all like sacrificial branches which we may not need or don't need. If we look at this tree more closely, I'll now explain to you the jiggery pokery, if I can use that word, the trickery I'm doing to this tree. This tree lost its leader, maybe because the summer was very hot. So the original leader, which I took years to grow and develop, died from here to there. And because it died, I tried to create a false leader by taking this branch. Can you see that branch, side branch here? Bringing it back and making a new leader there. So the new leader has been created from a side branch. If you can see, this side branch is coming back on itself to make a new leader. So it's got what we would say a long journey ahead. So I don't know what to do. I may cut it off. So in fact, if I ask Josh here very kindly to cut it off from here to there, because that doesn't do anything now. So we're going to cut that original dead leader off, and we can see how we can improve this tree.
Down here,
yeah, that's right.
Is that dead?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's dead. Okay, can cut that off. Yeah. Let's break it. Break it. So you can see how it's twisting and turning.
We've got to cut it off.
Okay, you can now see what we've done. I haven't decided whether to use this as the front or the other side as the front. Can you see that zigzag there? That's going to be the new leader there, like there. You see, it's twisting there like an S. Yep. So that's going to be the new leader. So because we lost the old leader, we're going to create this as the new leader. We've got a couple of choices. This is such an interesting tree. How to grow a new leader. So as I said, we lost the old leader, which you saw we had just cut off, and we can keep the tree this high. So if you look from here and develop this one as the new leader, like so, that will become a new leader. So it's going to be short like this. Nice stumpy tree. Don't need it that tall. If you didn't want to, you can use this curly part and make this the leader. So there are so many different options. Let me just cut this off to show you. So you got this option. Now let me just, with a little chainsaw, cut this off so you can see where we're going. Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
So this is coming back like that. This can be a new leader there. Don't need all that. And all this is this year's growth. Such a vigorous tree. Look at that. Now you can see how we make these thick trunk maples. And some of these long branches we probably don't need. Can cut some of these off. We don't want too many thick branches at the top because that causes inverse taper. Look at all that. Look at all that timber. I've been dying to do this for a long, long time. Now you know why we leave these branches to grow. And then you can then see the results. And this is going to be the start of a new tree. So although you lose a leader, I think I've done other videos before. What happens when you lose the leader? Not the end of the world. There are so many different options. So we're going to have a new tree looking like this. How nice is that? And you notice that we keep it pot bound in that mica pot, because if you keep it pot bound, it restricts the vigor to a large extent. So some of these we can refine. So it's got a long journey ahead. The trouble is, this tree is nice from every side. Every side is nice. If you look at it from this side, look at it, Josh. You see how nice it is from here?
Yeah.
You got a nice leader this way. See, like this tree, and then the leader coming back on itself like that. So many options. So many options you have. So we're in for a treat. So this is the joys of creating bonsai. So I'm keeping this as a separate video. How to refine a field maple bonsai. Hope you enjoyed this one. So here we have another bush, unkempt tree. You must be wondering what is behind this mass of foliage. But you'll be surprised. This we got out of our field in the winter, and we chopped the top off and we allowed one side branch to grow. So this tree I have in fact given to Josh so that he's going to experiment with it. But meanwhile, now that it's grown for a few months, I will show you what we have intended. Many of these shoots have grown and they serve as sacrificials. Now that they've done their job, we can probably get rid of it. So like these, almost like suckers from the base, we can get rid of. Look at that beautiful hollow there. I cut the top off because I didn't want it to be a big tree. You must be wondering what this branch is doing here. Okay, I will reveal everything in a minute. Okay, so we got that, we got this. So that is the tree, and the original design was to make it a semi-cascade tree, like so. We may need to tilt it even more, so like that way. Now you must be wondering what this branch is doing here. Now if I show you the back side, you will see that there is always method in what we do. There's a purpose for everything we do. And this massive branch here was grown as a sacrificial. You can see here, it's grown there and it's in the wrong place, clearly in the wrong place. So I'm going to get Josh to very carefully cut that off. It's done its job, so we don't need that. There you are. So we got rid of that. So we'll leave the stump to let it die back, and then we can get rid of it rather than risk cutting off too much detail. Now we can see the trunk even more. So that's the little head. As with all semi-cascades, you have to have a little head and then a little tail going there. Can you hold this for me? And from that previous field maple I showed, you can see how easy it is to make a new head. So that's going to be the head, and this is going to be the cascading bit. We can train some more branches to grow. This may be growing too tall. We might even cut this off and let it grow again that way. Can even train that. So that's, I'll let that grow to pull the sap up. And if we didn't want to, we can probably cut it there and grow some new branches there. So the main thing, of course, is that beautiful trunk. And that is what has taken years and years to develop. These trees have been on the nursery since 1986, and they've become thick, grown successively in the ground and in pots. So this is going to be the future of this tree. So, as I said, supposing we were asked to do a demonstration, all you could do is do a bit of carving, but you can't complete the entire tree. That takes time. So probably we grow new branches to come down this way and a new head over there. So we can see the future design of this tree. So this tree, we could probably even do this like that, coming down as a long cascade. So this is the future of the tree. So this is Josh's tree. He's going to look after the styling of it and develop it. So watch this space. So that sacrificial has taken about 3 years to develop. And now that it's done its job, we cut it off. So can you see like that? If you wire that, it will come down nicely this way. A long arm. And this one we can carve, open it out more. And this is all natural. It's not carved by machine. It's all natural decay. So sometimes we get natural decay. It's more interesting than if you were to carve it with machine or carving tools. So you can see the start of this one.